Hey guys, welcome to my 22-week pregnancy update. I think I didn't do this last week. I think it's been a minute, so sorry about that. But 22 weeks, second trimester. I've been in the second trimester for a while now, but it's still like the best trimester of all three. Baby is as big as a large rocket popsicle. Here we go. I think they're called like bomb pops. I think they're not able to call the bomb pop because it'd be like copyright. Also, it could be a papaya. Cinderella's glass slipper. I don't feel like I have a shoe-sized baby in me, but maybe. Or an astronaut ice cream package. Or a women's running shoe, which that's kind of confusing because women are all different sizes. So is it like a small? I guess it says, no, it doesn't say a large. It just says a women's running shoe. So like, is it like a size 6 running shoe? Or is it size like 10 running shoe? I don't know. It doesn't say. This app continues to baffle me. This is the what to expect when you're expecting app, and every week I'm just very confused as to the size comparisons it tells me, but that's what I have to go off of. It says the baby is about a pound big. Looks like the grip is really strong of the baby, and their sight is becoming more fine-tuned. They can now perceive light and dark much better than before. They can also hear my voice, hear my heartbeat, and my stomach, and the blood circulating through my body. So that's what's going on with baby this week. What is going on with me? So I'll back it up. Back last week when I was 21 weeks pregnant, I had my most recent doctor's appointment, and it was my anatomy scan. Usually they have you do this at 20 weeks, but the scheduling just didn't work out, so the scheduling worked better for 21 weeks. So I went a week after. I was able to like get all the measurements and stuff, so it was fine. Anthony, my husband, actually came to that appointment with me. It's usually the only appointment he goes to just because the other ones are just so boring. And a couple of my pregnancies, he went to like the first appointment with me, but then we had kids, and usually by the time we do our first appointment, like we haven't told anyone yet, so it'd be really hard to like find somebody to babysit our kids. So I've just been going to that one alone, but the anatomy scan I like him to come to just because you see the baby and just in case we get any bad news. So he did come with me. He took a half day off of work, which was really nice of him to do. The one thing, I love my doctor and I love my doctor's office, but the one thing I don't like about it is they have 2 different locations. One location is 5 minutes from my house. That's one I go to all the time. The other location is 25 minutes from my house. However, this other location is the only location that has the anatomy scan ultrasound machine. So every time I have an anatomy scan, which is only one, so it's not like I have to go every time, but I cannot go to the one that's right by my house. I have to go to the one that's on the other side of town. So super annoying. So we trekked all the way across town and we went in for the anatomy scan, and I was excited but a little nervous because I don't know, you just hear about bad things that happen sometimes when people get anatomy scans, things that they find on the baby. You just never know what they're gonna find. So we went in and looked at baby. We have updated pictures. I should get those to show you guys. Okay, I had them hanging on my fridge, so I just went and got them real quick. But here is baby. This is like baby's profile. Supposedly this is like nose and lips. I think they're like here. As you can see, like the baby had their arms like up like by their head the whole time, so it was really hard to get that image. This is, feet. Kind of hard to see, but feet. And then hands. You can't really see it in that picture, but this one you can see like the fingers. It's pretty good. And then just more profiles of the baby. So she did the ultrasound. It always goes way too quick for me. I'm always like, slow down. But she was a really great ultrasound professional, sonographer I think they're called, she like was saying, pointing out everything she was looking at, and I kind of forgot at some of the things that they looked at. Like, I knew they looked at baby and stuff, but they were also looking at like where my uterus was, how long my cervix was, like just different things like that that I didn't realize that they always looked for. So it was really interesting to see baby. Of course, the baby was moving around like crazy. Like I said, it had like both of its arms up here the whole time. We saw the baby like yawn at one point. It was really fun to see baby. And she asked us, are you finding out the gender? Do you already know? And I said, if you can, we're going to close our eyes when you look for the gender, and then can you put it in an envelope for us, because I don't want to know the gender. My husband does want to know the gender, and I'm fine with him knowing the gender, but I told him you're not allowed to find out the gender until we have agreed on a boy and a girl name. We have not. We have 0 names right now. So he was not allowed to look, and I did not look because I didn't want to. So we closed our eyes. She said she did find the gender, so she put it in an envelope. I have it with me. I have not opened it. My husband's not looked at it. My husband says he closed his eyes. I guess he could be lying to me. I don't know. But he's pretty good at keeping things to himself, so I'm not too worried about him blabbing. But hopefully he didn't look yet, because we have not decided on a boy or a girl name. But anyway, it was good they were able to find out the gender. So they did all the measurements on baby. They said that weight-wise, baby was in the 49th percentile, so like right on average, which that has been my experience with all of my babies. They have all been like right on track. Very much average. So wasn't too surprised about that, but it was really cool to see them wiggling and moving around. I really enjoyed it. I think Anthony did as well, but he's just so quiet. He was just taking it all in. So we finished that appointment, and then right after we had another appointment with my OB to go over the ultrasound results and just see if they found anything. So we went into a different room, and they took like my weight and my blood pressure, and then they did left a urine sample and all that, and then we waited for the OB to come in, which I always hate that appointment because I feel like I'm waiting forever, and I worry that if it's taking a while, like the OB is finding something and they're trying to like research it. I don't know, it makes me so nervous. But my OB finally came in the room, and she told me that everything looks great on baby. They don't have any concerns as of right now. The images look great. All the measurements looked average and normal, and there were no concerns. So I was super happy about that. Anthony felt good about that as well. Oh, the heartbeat. We did get the heartbeat on the ultrasound. Usually my OB does it with her Doppler, but she didn't have to do it today or that day because we did it on the ultrasound, and I believe it was 149 was the heartbeat. So that was cool. We got to listen to that as well. The OB really didn't do that much. It was a really fast appointment. After she told us it was all good news, she just asked me, like, do you have any questions? Like, are you feeling okay? And I said, yeah, I'm feeling good. I am experiencing heartburn, which I'll talk about that in a little bit. But other than that, like, no nausea and just chugging along. So she was happy to hear that and said, okay, great. I don't need to see you for another 4 weeks. She left, and Anthony and I were really happy about it. And then I just made my appointment for next month, and we were on our way. So it was a very good, easy appointment, no surprises. I'm super happy that it went so well. And yeah, that was it. So that was my most recent doctor appointment. I'm not going to go again until May because that happened in April. So hopefully everything stays well until I can go see my OB again. And then I think that appointment is normal. And then I think the one after that is my glucose appointment. So I have that coming up. There's always something to look forward to, I guess. But anyway, how I'm doing at 22 weeks, I'm doing good for the most part. I get tired, definitely like walking up and down stairs. I get winded. I get very sleepy at night, like about 10 p.m. I'm like falling asleep on the couch. I just can't stay up that late anymore, which is hard. Yeah, I just like, I can tell my body is creating another person. Like it's just taking a lot of energy out of me, but nothing crazy. My belly feels very big. I feel like I popped again. I'll show you guys bump date at the end of my video. What else? Heartburn, like I told my OB, I am experiencing heartburn. It's usually in the evenings is the worst of it, and I just take Tums once and then it goes away. And I don't have to take it every night. Maybe it's like every other night or every like 2 nights. So it's not too bad yet, but I know it's gonna get worse. I am feeling baby all the time, not when I'm moving around chasing my kids. It's only when I'm sitting still, so it doesn't happen very often, but I do feel baby a lot. They did tell me at the ultrasound that baby is head down, which I was shocked that already at like 21 weeks the baby's already head down. It just felt early to me, but that's great news. I always feel baby very, very low, which I guess is just like where they are positioned, I guess. I don't really have a feeling either way if it's a boy or a girl. In some ways I think it's a girl, maybe because I wanted to be a girl. I had like bad acne on and off throughout this pregnancy, so it's like I feel like that's kind of like a girl symptom, but I don't know. But then on the other hand, when I think about the baby in my head, or like I'm talking to myself about the baby, I'll say him or he. So I really feel like it could go either way. I feel like I have signs either way if it's a boy or a girl. So I really have no idea. Anthony says from the ultrasound pictures, which I'm looking at them again, that he thinks it looks like a girl. I don't know how you can really like tell, but he says it looks like a girl. I don't know. I guess I have to compare it to the ultrasounds of my other kids to see like if it looks more like my boy ultrasounds or my girl ultrasounds. I'm not sure, but yeah, Anthony's leaning girl, I think. Every night I want a hamburger. That's been like my biggest craving right now is hamburgers, and anytime I go out to eat I just get a hamburger because it always sounds good to me. I don't know why, it's just what I'm craving. Still really wanting candy, but not as like severe as it used to be. And I have been craving ice cream, but I gave that up for Lent, which ends today or in 2 days. I'm not exactly sure. I forget every year. So I think I'm only craving ice cream because I haven't been able to have it for like the past couple months. But other than that, nothing too crazy. Like I said, I don't have any more nausea. I used to have a hard time like just drinking liquids. I don't have that problem anymore. I do find myself getting hot very easily, which is not a good sign because we're in spring right now, so it's about to get into summer. It's about to get really, really warm, so I'm gonna get really hot this summer, but I've done it before because my older son was born in September, so I was pregnant all through the summer with him as well. So I've done it before, I can do it again. I think I'm doing pretty good. I really don't have that many symptoms. I think it's just mostly the heartburn, but really overall just feeling great, just feeling baby, and I just take things day by day. This video is already way too long, so I think I'm going to end it. Let me know if you have any questions down below. I'll try and do another pregnancy update, bump date. I don't know if I'll do it next week. I don't feel like there's too much going on, so maybe I'll do it every few weeks. I'm not sure. But I will show you what my belly looks like. Okay, I don't even need to like lift up my shirt this time because I'm actually wearing a maternity shirt. So here is my belly. As you can see, I'm wearing shorts because it's actually warm for once in Ohio. But yeah, I just feel like my belly has really popped lately. I don't feel like I can really hide it anymore unless I have like a big coat. But if it's like somewhat warm outside and I'm not wearing a coat, you can definitely like tell that I'm pregnant. And a lot of my shirts, like my regular shirts that I wear for pajamas, are like not fitting anymore, so I know I'm getting like really big. So anyway, here is the 22-week belly. But that's gonna be it from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.